today we are going to explore how to integrate apps into Canvas LMS. So one of the apps that I kind of want to explore today is Flipgrid. So we're going to use Flipgrid as an example. So I'm in my classroom here. Basically, I went to my classroom from the dashboard. In a course, you're going to go through here and you would click on settings in your classroom. When you click on your classroom, you're going to click on apps. What that does is it takes you to a list of apps you could probably add to your classroom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type Flipgrid and I'm going to click on Flipgrid. And I'm going to add the app. Now up here, you'll notice that you're going to have the consumer key and the shared secret that you'll need to type in there. So here I am on my Flipgrid homepage. What I'm going to do is I need to go to my account up here. So click on your picture. Your picture would be here. I have a smiley face. And I'm going to click on my profile. Now, immediately from my profile, it will take me here. You're going to click on the integrations button. When you click on the integrations button, you're going to select add new integration. This window is going to pop up and it's going to ask you to select create for consumer key and shared secret to add with your Canvas dashboard. So the name I'm going to add is Ednificent Key, and I'm going to create. Instantly, that gives me a consumer key and a shared secret. So what I'm going to do now is copy that and copy the shared secret. So now here I am back at my Canvas page, and I've put the consumer key and the shared secret in, and I'm going to select Add App. Immediately, what that does is it adds the app to your classroom. Here I am at the app page. Now you notice when you click on Installed, you can see that Flipgrid is installed. Now I'm going to click on the navigation bar, and if I go down here, it shows me all of the apps that are disabled in view. What that means is that you can't see it in the menu on the left side. Sometimes when you download Flipgrid, it'll show up here, and you don't want to do that because it will confuse the students. They can see it and they'll click on it and do all sorts of stuff with it, and you really don't need to have it in that menu bar. So normally if it is showing there, it would be up here. So you would just drag and drop it down here and click the save button to make sure that it's disabled. So going over here in modules, I'm going to create an assignment using Flipgrid. So what I want to do is I want to create a module, and my module name is going to be Flipgrid Learning. I'm going to add the module. What that does is it creates a whole new lesson on Flipgrid, and I'm going to create an assignment in Flipgrid by clicking on it. Now over here, it'll show you a menu, and it's basically asking you where you want this assignment to go. Notice that Flipgrid Learning isn't really giving you an option. So what I'm going to do is go back up here to create an assignment, and I'm going to type in 5 things you learned today, and I'm going to add the item. So immediately there's an assignment here that's been created. So what you can do is you can set the grading rubric, you can put how many points you want it to be. Then what you can do is go up here, you're going to edit the description. So here I'm going to put the description of the assignment here. And I'm going to say, in this assignment, I'd like you to click on the Flipgrid link and respond to the question, name 5 things you learned from a Flipgrid training lesson today. And then I'm going to put a picture that sort of shows them how to submit it. So I'm going to upload a screenshot that I did just earlier. And this just simply basically tells them how to respond. Now you can put a more detailed description in your explainer clip, but I did something pretty simple here. I highly recommend using Canva to create infographics that explain how to use technology in your assignments if you're using a technology tool like an app for students, because creating colorful designs that sort of show them how to do things really helps them, and it's a lot easier than just reading text. If your descriptions are really text heavy, chances are they'll skim over it and they won't learn properly, but if it's really interactive and visual, chances are the student has an easier time understanding the instructions. So here I have the instructions. I'm asking them to do this, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to now add the app into this assignment. Now how you can do that is going down here, you're going to see the submission type. Now I'm going to click on external tool, and when I click on external tool, it's going to ask me to put what external tool it is that I want them to use. And you see here we have Flipgrid. So I'm going to click Flipgrid and I'm going to select it. Immediately what that does is that adds Flipgrid as a tool integrated into the assignment, and I'm going to save. Now that I've saved, the student can use Flipgrid. So I haven't really set up my class yet, but this is basically what they would see. And I would add topic media, so I'd have a video in there with my Flipgrid video, and that's what it would show. And then what they would do is they would go in here and they would click on it and they would record their response and submit it. We did a similar video that explains how students can record their response, and it's pretty similar. You can see here, record a response. So they would click on this button here and then they would respond. Normally, you would be able to use your own curriculum in your school, and sometimes the school might say, well, hey, you shouldn't be using those activities for assignments that are already in Flipgrid because we have our own curriculum. So you can actually make your own Flipgrid video assignments based off of what you taught in your school, and it can be related to the curriculum you have. It's very flexible. You do not have to use those activities in Flipgrid. Now, I'm going to have another video segment coming up soon on how to create your own Flipgrid lesson without using their materials. So that's going to kind of break down what you can do.